All right, guys, so now we're going to work on defense against a headlock, a side headlock. For those of you that don't know what a headlock is, boys will show. Bad guy, good guy. This is a side headlock. Good jobbers. So the thing about this is that it can be very painful for one. If someone, especially if the bad guy is squeezing you, is pretty strong and bigger than you, he can literally hurt your neck. He can actually, crush your head, and feels like you're actually literally feels like being crushed. Sometimes your nose or face can get caught against his body, and it's going to hurt even more. But the scariest part about this technique, and this has happened amongst, maybe not a lot, but I've heard of stories, sad stories, where older brother grabs younger brother in a headlock playing around because they're wrestling at home. And the problem is that it turns into a choke, because once that arm grips around the carotid area, it literally cuts the blood flow to the brain. So if this guy's squeezing long enough and hard enough, he can literally stop the blood flow and the airflow going from his heart to his brain. So what happens is the person being grabbed in a headlock can actually pass out. If he keeps holding for too long, more than 3 minutes, now we're risking death. And again, there's been cases where this has happened. It literally has happened. Not to anybody I know, but I mean, I've heard of it because of when they would tell us the dangers of the headlock. Those were the stories we would always hear. So you have to be careful with that. Making sure that you have the right defense for this. What Matthew's going to play bad guy, Isai's going to play good guy. Isai's going to explain how to loosen the grip around the neck, and that's the first step you got to do. You have to make sure you get that you don't pass out, because if he's really squeezing hard, again, you only have a few seconds, depending on how tight it is, before you actually pass out. So you got to make sure that you control that, and he's going to explain to you how he does that. Hopefully, I'll be able to point it out while they're doing it. Go ahead.
So again, just like Dad was saying, again, this is what you want to stop right here. This is what's going to be putting me to sleep if I'm not taking care of it. So again, first step is probably reaching under here. I could use both or just one. If it's a really big, strong, powerful guy, you might need both.
Slightly more this way, so you can see
this way.
Yeah, right there, so you can actually see the grip.
So I'd be reaching under, stopping that from putting me to sleep. And then once I have enough space and I know I can fight from here, have enough room to fight and make my point, I'm gonna reach over with my left hand, or my hand that's towards him. The inside hand will reach over and around. Again, in reality, I'm going for his eyes. I'm pulling those eyes back. I'm gonna gouge those. I'm gonna strike low, and then strike high, and follow him down. Alright? So, again, here we are. I stop this. This hand reaches over, pull back, strike low to the groin, quick and hard, and then follow up to the head. As soon as you soften that. If it didn't yet, nothing happened. I keep going until I can soften it, and then from there I follow, and I finish it from here.
So the strikes that he's talking about are using as a hammer fist. Fleshy part of your hand, making a good fist, okay? Normally we teach you to hit this way, but now we're going to hit with the bottom part. He's hitting the groin. Again, these fingers are in his eyes. Once they go into his eyes, this guy's going to loosen his grip even more, because it's not comfortable having your eyes, someone gouging your eyes in this position. And again, it might sound kind of ugly to do that to someone, but then again, nobody's got that right to grab you and hurt you, so you've got to be able to defend yourself and use the right technique against a bigger, stronger person. Again, if you try just outpowering him with that, you may lose that fight. You need to be smart. Let those fingers go right into his eyes. So you're going to hit that groin. I want you to smash that groin. That's one. Again, if he doesn't let go, you smash it again until he starts loosening up. Start digging those fingers into his eyes and bring him back. Now you expose his face. Now you're able to smash his face a couple of times and let your left leg move back so he doesn't fall on it. You want to step back so that he can fall to the ground. From here, you can either finish the fight or control the person on the bottom, or if you need to leave to get to safety, then do that. And then that's your opportunity right there. So, but what you want to do first is make sure that this is not going to make you pass out. You're going to hold on. This left hand's going to come across. At this point, your left foot will be, the only reason I'm saying my left foot is because of the position I'm in, is going to be behind him. I'm going to grab, I'm going to start digging these fingers into his eyes, and I guarantee he's going to start loosening up over here. Then when I see my chances, I will strike a couple of times, hit the hammer fist to his face. Hopefully again, if I'm there to finish the fight, I'll do that. If not, if I have to get away, I get away. So we're going to try it again. Stay on the right side. A little bit further. Yeah, right. So as the defense grabs, defends itself, finger to the eyes, hit to the groin, and you got him. Good way to get out. Again, you may need more strikes. Nothing's foolproof, but this is a good way to get somebody up. And of course, there's other ways. There's 100 other ways of trying to get out of this. But for now, this is a good one. You guys can practice at home.